Hey, thanks for joining us. You saw us a few minutes ago over on stage 12, which was the first stage of day 3 at Oregon Trail Rally. Here we are at the service. It looks like currently there's not a ton of drama today, which is what we expected. These high desert region stages are much smoother and easier on the cars than yesterday's stuff at the base of Mount Hood region. Let's go and see what story we've got to tell you about super production. I've got Dave Henderson not far up there. Dave is more of a local, knows these roads more than the guy he's chasing, and that's David Sterckx and Karen Jankowski, also in a super production Subaru. They're in a much newer super production Subaru, but have less experience at this event. Dave Henderson was 41 seconds behind this morning, a deficit he wants to try to make up, but he's had some car troubles. We're gonna go check in with him. Then we'll go get Dave Sterckx. Then we're really looking forward to telling you the story about two-wheel drive. I don't know what the story is currently. I know it's going to be a great fight. More on that here really soon. I'm also super happy to report that it's a fantastic day here in Dufur, Oregon. It's pretty. It's the nicest rally day this championship has seen all year. And I'm getting a phone call. So, here we go. Dave Henderson, we're going to skip across the bushes here. See what we can find out. See if the problems he's had with his car is getting any worse. Hey, Dave. Well, we saw you out there going fast. What's the story?
The story is we're making up a little time. We made some good time on the first stage today. I think we're down to 28 or 9 seconds.
We saw 41 seconds at the beginning of the day.
Yep.
And when you came by us, we took an interval time halfway through stage 12, and you had gained 1 second. You're 1 second ahead at that moment.
Yep.
So tell us the rest of that. You've put 10 seconds maybe?
No, I think we've picked up 13 on the first stage and 1 on the second for today. So,
okay.
So we're chipping away. We're battling.
Got 3 stages left?
Yeah.
How about your car issues? You had something coming apart in the back of the car you're worried about.
It seems to quiet down a ton, so it's driving great. And we changed the tune, so I boosted it up a little bit to give a little bit more of a fight maybe, and the car's driving great.
Do you know a lot about the tune and stuff yourself, or did someone else tune the car?
Surgeline in Portland, they're great. They turn in a lot of the rally cars on the circuit from the Northwest. They did a great job, and we were talking, debating whether we wanted 15 or 18, and they put a max boost of 18 on one, and so I ran 15 all day yesterday, and then today, just for fun, we decided to boost it up to 18, and it's driving great, super controllable, and
18 pounds sounds conservative enough that it should hold together. You're not doing anything wild or worried about melting an engine down then.
No, and I can't afford to do that anyway right now. So
no,
you see what we're on. We're a pickup truck. So
I've played this game a lot.
Absolutely.
So I wish you luck. It's gonna be great watching. You got 3 more stages to get it done. You better be going for it.
We're going for it.
All right,
It's
cool.
gonna be a good battle.
Awesome, Dave. Thanks. That's an interesting piece of information there to know that he's tuned the car up, cranked up the boost a little bit. Some folks have done that in the past where they have like a higher boost setting to cause the car to go faster. The downside to that is you get greedy as a driver, and there in the middle of all of it, you pretty much sign yourself up to do whatever it's going to take to catch the next guy you want to catch. In fact, I accused Stefan Verdier of that a fair number of times in 2007 when we were having some battles. He kept melting Y pipes, and I think that was from trying to run too much boost. They might argue with me about that, who knows. So, we're going to cruise here, keep going cruising here across the service area, go find David Sterckx and follow up that same story and ask him if he's going to go any harder, knowing that Dave Henderson has some more power. Maybe we'll get David Sterckx to wake up a little bit. He's such a calm and cool and collected dude. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes if he's very excited about rally or not. He says that he is. He says that he really likes sliding around. Like I said, he's got a lot of experience on tarmac. He's driven Aston Martins, he's driven open wheel cars. He's got a lot of experience as a competitor. Okay, we're gonna swing around this truck. And I see his car. See his co-driver. Maybe we'll chat with Karen if we can't find David. Then we're gonna go catch ACP because I see him. Karen, is David around?
Right behind you.
Ouch. Hey, David. What's happening? How's your morning going?
We stopped not really well. In the first stage, well, there's no damage, so that's the good part.
Okay.
But we spun on the chicane because it was totally not what I was expecting.
Okay.
It looks totally different. So
could you see it? Is it the kind of chicane that happens right over a crest, or could you see it approaching and just didn't know what braking to do?
We could see the approach, but it's the one that goes on the intersection from the gravel to the tarmac.
Yes.
And I didn't really know it was going to be like a chicane. I thought it was right, left, and it was way more tight, so we spun. And then the engine stopped, and by the time we stopped the engine, and then we had to back up to get out of the chicane because we were left in the middle. So we lost about 30 seconds.
Okay, talked to Dave Henderson. He's excited to have seen some time that he put on you on that stage. He's cranked the boost up a little bit to get everything out of his car he can. But now that I know that you've made a mistake there on that chicane, that's not likely to happen again now that you understand how these chicanes. That's definitely a disadvantage for David, not kind of being familiar with the way chicanes are run in this championship, or specifically here at the Oregon event. Each event does chicanes a little bit differently, and they're pretty tight. It's first gear, isn't it? Or second?
Yeah, this one was the first gear, but no, the one of yesterday were pretty open.
Okay.
Like third gear, the one that we spun was first gear, and then there was another one was like second gear.
So that experience on the stage is going to pay off. He's not likely to make a mistake like that and give away a big chunk of time to Dave Henderson. So Dave's definitely going to have his work cut out for him if he wants first place in Super Production. Thanks. We'll see you at the finish.
Yes.
All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's go catch ACP and see about this two-wheel drive battle. One of the more exciting stories to tell from the weekend.
Good, thanks.
All right, Andrew Comrie-Picard.
Hey, how you doing?
Sometimes I want to say it. Picard.
Wow, that doesn't
Must be the North Carolinian bit of me.
I gather you don't like being called Matt.
No, I don't.
He likes Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Matt. Well,
It's just one of those things. Just not a lot of dynamic, I don't know, sounds associated with that.
no superheroes named Matt.
No?
Okay, Matthew. It's more biblical.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. Moving right along. So ACP having a fight today in two-wheel drive with wheel orders. How's it going? By us, we saw there was a decent gap in time halfway through 16.
Yeah.
I know you made some significant changes to the brake system, and as a driver, that probably altered the way it feels quite a bit, didn't it?
Well, the good thing is actually thanks to the crew working really hard and the loan parts by Leo Ehrlichlich and Subaru USA, the brakes felt great until they broke apart and the brake pads came apart. So the problem is just that we're over the.
Still hot. No, I'm kidding.
It's like the surface of the moon. The problem is we're going 110 miles an hour downhill here into like a left 4 or left 3, and we're still on the stock calipers, cast iron calipers. So we're just at this beyond the ceiling of the calipers, which is now we know. And before we go to Pikes Peak or STPR, we'll just have better heat dissipation in the calipers. So the fact is that yesterday we had a great battle with Will. We started out the day with the potential for a great battle, but now I'm going to have to lift and drive it to the finish to make sure that we finish second and don't fly off the side of the mountain.
Right, because you're ahead for the championship, and this is a really valuable points haul since Chris Duplessis not here to fight.
Exactly.
So you definitely want to keep it on the road and get maximum point scoring here.
We'd rather get 22 points for winning the class rather than 17 points for being second, but we don't want to get 0 points for sailing off the side of a hairpin. So
Which happens.
We're going to lift. And the guys right now are replacing the front calipers and pads, and we'll be able to drive it out no problem. We have no problem getting to the end, but I'm going to have to go from driving 85-90% to driving at 70-75% just to make sure the car makes the finish.
Great. Well, you got 3 pretty easy stages. Obviously, they're high-speed drag races into tight corners at times.
That's the problem. Well, in fact, Will Order said to me, he said, I just love doing an Australian accent. He's like, yeah, I was thinking about you coming out of this crest at 120 miles an hour and you got that left 3. I'm like, yeah, I was thinking about that too. I wasn't thinking about you. I was thinking about us surviving. I'll be honest with you, Matt. Like, there were a couple of moments on the first of these last 2 stages where I was as nervous as I've ever been. You can always tell with me when co-drivers make fun of me because when it gets really edgy and to the top, I start humming. And I heard myself start humming, and I'm like, oh shit, because literally there was a chicane and a left 4 down a long straightaway. I wasn't sure we were going to make either of them. I thought we'd probably make the left 4, but I thought I was going to blow the chicane just because my foot was on the floor, downshift, handbrake, but we still weren't slowing down.
I know the feeling, and it's a really, really crappy one, especially when it's related to brakes. Because usually that pedal relates to safety. And if that pedal's not there, then pretty much nothing's safe anymore.
Right, so now I got to lift and manage it.
Well, really quick, this surface here, if we could get a zoom of that, is what should be touching the steel brake disc. What has happened, it's gotten so hot, it actually separated from the rest of the brake pad. So there was a metal plate back here and some more braking material, and that's the shape of the piston. Did the piston press into the material?
Yep.
So what kind of brakes are you using?
Basically stock.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's a challenge because we're dealing with a production car. You're always dealing with a production car in rally, but we're dealing with a production car that's really been upped. And now what's happened since 100 Acre Wood is we've got so much power and so much traction, the car's going so much faster that now the weak link in the system is slowing it down. So
that's how it goes improving a car.
Yep, yeah. So here we are, and next rally will be even faster because we'll be able to slow down.
We'll see you at the finish.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, hang in there, have fun. All right. He's over here. I just got inside super secret information that Will Orders is hiding around here instead of where I thought he was. As you can see, this is a really nice service area. Often we're servicing out in fields or other random, just down this way? Okay. Other random places where we can't fit a lot of equipment. So it's really nice here at the Oregon Trail Rally to service in Dufur. We have a really nice sandwich shop here. I don't know if you're ever in town in Dufur, Oregon. Swing on through here. It's a really scenic place. So it's an interesting story about two-wheel drive. I was really hoping ACP was going to say that the second stage this morning, which was stage 13, felt better to him and he got used to the new braking system and he was going to be really on the hammer to catch Will. Tim O'Neill, everybody. Hey, Tim. He's taking a big breath looking all beefy. So we're going to head on down and get the rest of the story from Will Orders. This is going to definitely take the pressure off Will. He's going to, I don't want to say cruise to the finish because he's not going to drive. He's a rally driver. He's still going to be pushing. Will's probably got his eye on an overall position where he wants to finish the event overall, and he's probably going to stay on the gas to make sure he gets what could be a top 5 finish. Hey, guys. And we've got some footage actually of Tracy Gardner yesterday. It sounds like she had an off on Ketchum and the car got stuck on some trees or hung up in some trees. And so I believe we've got an interview and some footage of that did not go on the live show, but it will show up here when we get a chance. Oh good, we'll get a quick word with Brian Gottlieb, see how he's doing. He's an important piece of the story for the locals here that are following along here in the Northwest. Like I said, after the Oregon Trail event, this is the 3rd round of the championship. After this championship, we'll be halfway through. After this event, we'll be halfway through, and we'll have a pretty good idea who's getting serious about their championship for the season. STPR and New England Forest obviously have a really good opportunity to change the stakes. It appears, though, that David Higgins has a surmountable lead such that he's likely to be our 2012 Rally American National Champion. Will, can we grab you for a minute?
Of course you can. Where
all right. Where would I? Will wants to know where I want to grab him. I don't know. Your choice. We see that you're a little dirty. That is a familiar feeling to me, and it's fun. I always talk about how rally drivers have to be really good at many things.
Yeah, you can't just be a good driver.
Here you guys are putting on a really nice looking effort for your main sponsor for Summit.
Yeah.
Is it Summit Equipment?
Summit Innovations.
Summit Innovations. Tell us again what they do.
They're into fast food industry. They supply all the drive-through systems and headsets that they wear when they take your order on the drive-through, and they're a bit of an Australian leader in that market, and they've pretty much taken over, McDonald's and Hungry Jack's and KFC and all that sort of thing in Australia, and now they're starting to move into the US market. So yeah, it's a pretty good thing, and it's all happening at the moment.
That's great. It's exciting news. So I just got done talking to ACP, and what he handed me looked like something that came from the moon, and it was something that had come off of a brake pad.
Yeah, right.
About the shape of the piston that had been pressing against it.
Yeah.
His brakes aren't going to turn out so well for him after all today. Have you been talking to him between the stages?
Yeah, look, I feel sorry for the guy. I was actually driving through one of the stages over a big long crest, 130 mile an hour, braking for a 90 right, and I thought, he's going to be having trouble here.
It's a sinking feeling when you're like, oh no, I can't slow down.
Exactly,
So I'm assuming your plan is to keep pushing enough for maybe an overall concern?
Yeah.
Are you looking at some other competitors in the overall board?
100%. Well, we were 2 seconds off fourth this morning. We pulled 7 seconds out of the I think it's the Chinese man, I've forgotten his name.
Rick Song.
Yeah, that's
Rick.
the one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back up into 4th. So now it's just a case of just holding there, and we're not going to catch the top 3 unfortunately, but
funny things have happened.
No, for sure. That's exciting. So, top 5 result in a national championship rally, the first one you competed in a two-wheel drive car.
24-year-old two-wheel drive car.
I think something definitely to be proud of. That's going to get some folks' attention. That's very cool.
The boys have worked pretty hard. I think we've had 4 hours sleep in the last 2 nights, so we've been a lot of work
for it.
A lot of work going into it. So a good result for the guys would be just awesome.
I think you'll be pleased with our next event, the Susquehannock Trail Pro Rally in Pennsylvania. It has one stage, waste management stage on Friday night that's pretty rough, but Saturday smooths way out, and there's a really nice flow to those stages.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me good things about SDPR. It's they say it's really smooth, fast flowing, which really suits our cars. So we're really looking forward to it.
And will you be here for SDPR New England and then back to Olympus here at the end? You're running the rest of the championship for 2012?
No, we're not going to get to Olympus, unfortunately. Sort of the program, there's just too much gap in between New England and Olympus. So unfortunately, we won't be there. Depending on who knows, things can change. But we'd love to be there.
We're happy to have you. Thanks for your time. Have fun out there.
Thanks again.
All right, Will Orders. Tell us a little bit about his sponsor, Summit Innovations, point-of-sale products for fast food. Looks like the top cars are heading out. They're going to go run Starbout one more time. We're going to go to stage 16. Not sure what's going on here. It's pretty loud. Who do we need to get before we go? Just pardon me while we do a little housekeeping here. If that's the overall cars leaving, they're going to run 2 stages. That's Crazy Leo. Oh, they're going for fuel, actually. They're not all actually the spectacle. When it makes that much noise, everybody watches. Let's cruise over here and get a quick word from Brian Gottlieb. So it sounds like we've got time to spend about 5 more minutes here, then we'll close this up and head to stage 16. Okay. I don't see Brian currently. He must be hanging out here somewhere. I love their service truck. Can you get a shot of the dog on their dash and the windshield on this truck? Is Brian around? Is Brian around? Have you seen him?
He should be around. I think he's in the RV.
Oh, is he? Let's see if I can drag him out of there. That's awesome. Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, Brian, you around?
Yeah.
You want to give us a word for a minute or two?
Sure.
We like to keep some regional competitors in the spotlight here. We've been hanging out with Brian Gottlieb all weekend a bit. So today was a new day.
Yeah.
Yesterday kind of sucked.
New day.
Today was a new day. Regional rally. Yeah. You look fast by us. How's it going?
Oh, really good. The car's not doing the wiggles like it was yesterday, and that's the fastest we've gone on pavement or on dirt. So I think we got like 115 or something on the before we hit the brakes and overshot, spun for to get back on the dirt, and then I don't know. I wasn't looking at the speedo on dirt, but it was going fast. I was grabbing 5th, which I've never done. I don't think I've ever done before.
That's fun. I always like to say that a car has its top speed, and drivers have their top speed as well.
Yeah.
Do you find you're reaching the cars or your personal top speed? You know, like when your foot's just like, I don't want to go any faster than this.
I think that happens on the dirt more. On this one, though, good commitment through the 6s, and it was just fast.
Cool. These short wheelbase, really lightweight Hondas are known for lift throttle oversteer. They'll get sideways quite quickly, in my experience, the ones I've driven. Do you find the car gets almost unstable at speed, that it's almost really pushing the border to be able to keep it in a straight line?
Yesterday felt like that. Today, it just, I guess the roads are smoother, so it was staying planted pretty good. A little bit of wandering in the ruts, but not too much.
Cool.
It was going good.
We were getting some split times on the stage, and we had a tie for you and Cody. Do you know, at that point, we were halfway through stage 12 this morning.
All right.
So do you know how your times ended up?
I
coming
don't.
into here? You
I
don't?
haven't seen the results yet.
Okay. When we figure it out, we'll bring that to you and let you know. Cool,
All right.
Brian. Thanks for your time. We'll see you at the
Thank
end of the event.
See you
All
around.
right, hang in there. Right.
Matthew, how's it going?
Hey, well,
Haven't got to say hi this weekend
I,
yet.
I know it. How are you?
Good, good.
Good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us your name, what team you're with, and how your day's going.
Nate Foley, 427 open light car. A couple had a moment yesterday on Ketchum, got stuck for a bit, had to wait for sweep, but we were able to clear the stage. Didn't get the DNF, and we're just hoping today goes a little bit better.
Are you entered in the regional today?
Yeah, open light. We're regional class.
Okay, that is a regional class. Got it. So we see, who is it, number 500?
Kevin Cardos. He's
Kevin
doing great.
Cardos.
He's
Yeah.
finally up to speed.
He's moving as well. Where do you guys lie next to each other?
Well, today's a new race for regionals, so I don't know after the first couple stages, but he got me yesterday.
He did. Okay,
yeah.
so
I think he might have got yesterday overall.
okay. Oh wow. So that's big for an open light class.
Yeah, for our
I
class.
talk about it on the video quite a bit that I'm a big fan of this class. It's not a lot of power. You don't end up going super fast, so therefore you don't end up wearing out parts as
Yeah,
much. You're
yeah.
not using as
Less
much
things to
fuel.
break.
The cars are far cheaper to maintain and to build in the first place. So I'm a big fan of the open light
Yeah,
class.
me too. I think I'll stick with this forever.
Cool, cool. Nate Foley, nice to see you,
Yeah,
man.
good
All
to
right,
see you
catch
again.
you later. Okay. I think we're gonna have to start cruising
Sign off, yeah.
to get ourselves to stage 16. We'll do it with Will there in the background. Matthew Johnson signing off from the service area of Day 3, Oregon Trail Rally. The cars are leaving here to go do 3 more stages. All 3 of these stages they've driven previously, so everybody's kind of got the chicanes figured out. They are going the same direction, so they are going to remember the corners. Some of them might be out to go even faster. I think a lot of people are kind of in the position basically that they're going to finish in right now, so they're going to maybe knock a little heat off the top and go a little more conservatively. I'm very interested to see the result in the Dave Henderson, David Sterckx race in Super Production. We kind of know how the 2-wheel drive race is going to shake out because of the amount of lead that Will Orders has. Anyway, for Rally America, Oregon Trail Rally, Day 3, we're going to come to you next from stage 16, and then we're going to rush to the finish to get the finish celebration. Thanks for joining us.